Hey guys, Hope Zvara here, and I'm going to be taking you through some mindful breathing today. So try to find a comfortable seat, whether it's on the floor or in a chair, or if you need to sit on a big ball, whatever it works best for you. But try to find a place where your spine can be nice and tall. You don't feel closed in on your shoulders, you don't feel tension in your hips, and your spine can be nice and tall. Just take a moment, relax the shoulders down and back, and take one hand to the chest and one hand to the belly. And as you exhale, just close the eyes for a moment. And all I want you to do is pay attention to the rhythm of your breath. Is it fast or slow? Is it shallow or deep? And not trying to make any sort of radical changes in your breathing, but more so just trying to become the observer of your breathing. But what you should notice is that the second you become very aware of how it is that you're breathing, you almost instantaneously want to breathe deeper. And so inhaling now, let's feel the belly expand. So try breathing into that lower hand. And feel your chest rise. You're going to feel that upper hand kind of come up towards the ceiling. And then as you exhale, feel the chest collapse and the belly deflate. So let's continue with that process. Deep breathing. Inhale, belly expands. And the chest rises. And as you start to take more full breaths, you might actually notice that the belly feels like it's slightly shrinking as your chest continues to inflate, and that's totally okay. And then exhaling, work to let all the air out. What I want you to notice is the inhalation easier, more expansive, less stressful? Or is the exhalation smoother, more expansive, less stressful? Because for many of us, we typically have a breath end in part of our cycle that's more natural or easy. And so inhaling and exhaling. Inhaling and exhaling. And remembering that breathing is an exchange. So we inhale in oxygen, but we can only take in as much oxygen as we exhale carbon dioxide. So if our inhale is really big, but our exhale is really small, it's kind of like there's some stagnation inside of our body, or there's a catch, or there's a traffic jam in our body, so to speak. And so let's just take a few more breaths. Inhaling and exhaling. This time I want you to move your hands around. So maybe bring your hands to your ribs, maybe bring your hands to your diaphragm, and just play with breathing into those areas. I call it touch awareness. So when we touch a part of our body, we become more aware of it because now our brain is reacting with another sense, tuning into that body part. So really effective. That's why hugs are so amazing, because now we're being touched, we're being engaged in more than one way. And so inhaling, feel your breath pull wide, and then exhaling, feel your lungs collapse down. Same thing with the diaphragm. When you inhale, you're actually going to feel your diaphragm lower, or kind of get small, let's say. And the ribs pull wide. And then when you exhale, the diaphragm actually rises and comes up and massages the heart. So inhaling and exhaling. Inhaling and exhaling. And so today is just all about being aware of how we breathe, how our breath feels, because we can't change something, we can't alter something unless we have awareness of it, unless we actually have a relationship with it. And so we really want to tune into how it is that we're breathing, how it feels to breathe. And in addition to that, the comfort level of our breathing. It can be difficult to nose breathe oftentimes, but I want to encourage you to try to nose breathe, because what nose breathing can do for us in yoga is one of two things. One is that it helps keep the body heated. So we have this constant warm air cycling, where if we were to nose and mouth breathe, it's going to be a cooling type of breath, which is a reason why a lot of people do that in, let's say, aerobics. The second reason that we want to nose breathe is that it keeps one pointedness for the mind. And so instead of the mind having to think about the inhale through the nose, there's my nose, and the exhale through the mouth, it's just going through one cycle, which really helps what we call our drishti in yoga, or our focal point. So we want to try to focus on nose breathing as much as we can, as long as your sinuses aren't plugged or you don't have some sort of medical condition that's not allowing you to. But we want to try to focus on that nose breathing. And I just want to encourage you to continue to explore how it feels to, in fact, breathe. Namaste.